Maui will be a happy man. As kexgo opens up with 2 kills from ramp, making that P250 look easy. Gets closer towards Hexed. Bit of an unknown quantity Hexed is on the international stage. Young Canadian player. And he's now down, so nice and easy. This pistol round bigs. 4 kills, bomb plant, nothing EG can do to stop it.
Yeah, they didn't really stand a chance. What, do you know what part of Canada he's from by any chance?
I don't actually.
Okay.
No.
To pass judgment on him.
Maybe it's the prairies. I don't know. We don't.
Yeah,
do we have any prairies?
Be a prairie boy.
Not too often. Maybe a Scotia boy.
I was part-time coaching a team with one player from Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Very nice kid.
There are people out there.
He is so nice.
Oh.
And he was really good, but he actually took a break. Aris, come back. We need you.
More the merrier. Big take pistol, and now Big are going to take that B site. And guess what? They're going to take it for free because it's completely understaffed. Evil Genius is going for that mid stack up with their measly pistols. They didn't spend $1 on this round.
Yeah, well, you don't make money by spending it.
That's not true. A wise man once said, scared money don't make money.
Yes. Used to play for EG, actually.
Yeah.
He's from Manitoba.
Manitoba. Underrated Canadian city, maybe. I don't know. Never been there.
Yeah. I have. I don't really have any...
Strong opinions?
No strong opinions.
No? Nothing negative nor positive?
No. But to be honest, as long as it's Canada, it's going to be hard for me to find something negative.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, eh? Sounds like a little bias, bud.
Yes, it is.
Here we have it. EG's first buy. Let's go. Breeze on the A4. Got a few switcher outers. I feel like Magisk has given us the best highlight reel with it so far.
He did make it look viable, but don't fall for it.
Okay.
It was just propaganda. He had a great day.
Can't believe anything you see on the internet nowadays. But believe it or not, Big straight into another A exec, and this time it's gonna be, once again, just like last round, free for the most part. No contact. Hell, barely any combat. Cirque starts to fire off in connector, but Hex just gave up a bunch of space, wanted to stay alive, and there comes kexgo through that smoke alongside Favin. And then the peek over towards ramp from Nealon gets shut down. That could have been an excellent second opening for EG. They'd have a 5v3, you know, an assault on both sides of the site. But now they're just gonna have to try and press their way through jungle, through that ticket crossfire that Favin suddenly cuts down. 2 clean headshots and an additional kill from Favin. 3 on the round as Tabson lights him up.
Damn. All right. Well, I thought there was a chance if Fang got his kill on the flank because he was very timely with it, but...
Fang?
Yes. Wait.
Nealon?
Oh, Nealon, right. I'm wearing glasses too. That's the funny part. He was super quick with the flank, and they played with low info on A, so it wasn't exactly a counter what Big did, because sometimes you give up the A site purposefully, but they did a lot with the space really quickly, and they checked their flank really quickly as well. So we've got to give them full credit there. Talk to Vorborg just briefly on Media Day about what it's like to coach NA players. He says there's no problem coaching the NA players, but he does extend a bit of sympathy when it comes to having to fly overseas, where most of the CS is in Europe, and recognizing how difficult that is, especially with like automatic having to go all the way back. If it was an hour away or something, it might be a different story. But every team's gonna have to go through some trials. That's just how it goes. Some more than others, for sure.
Ups and downs for EGs over the last season as well. More downs than ups, sadly. Like you said, right? An organization that's trying to bounce back. Nealon did an interview after their first game and came out and just said, I did not expect this EG invitation. Never saw it coming.
That's awesome.
To get invited out to a North American organization. But I think it's a big shot for him.
Yeah, it is. He wasn't on my radar. I didn't really know a whole bunch about him playing for K23. But I think, like, conceptually, the idea of having a European coach and a European IGL, where all the cutting edge of the meta is taking place, I think that's the way to improve NA the most. I think you can improve multiple players having a coach from there, and an IGL as well, as opposed to just taking like a star player or someone very good.
Which has really been the formula before.
Yes.
You know, guys like Pimp, guys like Simple.
Yeah, we almost had Kerrigan.
Oh, man.
We were close.
If only.
I don't know if,
Breeze knows that experience best, but yeah, this is true. This is one of those times where we bring in an IGL and a coach. A new North American and European fusion cuisine. A fusion of Desert Eagles and 5.7s here for EG. Cirque on the Scout. It's now been 5 years that Cirque has been playing in North America. Crimbo comes around that cat corner, spots the shoulder of Breeze and pops him pretty quickly. So it's going to be a tough job for Rush to stop anything at this point. Loses his 2 teammates. You know, those pistols all have to come together like an orchestra, a crescendo of eco kills. Hiding in the corner is going to net him absolutely nothing. Flawless start so far from Big. Easy does it, 4-0.
Yeah, I think the map has been played pretty standard so far, so it looks easy enough for Big. Let's see if we try a new flavor for EG, if they go for an aggressive play early. And it's not that they haven't, they just tried to do something quick in mid. There was nothing there. Went back to a standard retake. Let's see if they can make the map look a bit more asymmetrical. And it looks like Big are just, yeah, they're not going to think about this very much. Go for another potentially quick A hit. Hex playing close to the A ramp smoke, so he'll be the early warning system. And could even potentially, you know, stop the exec before it begins. Oh, boost over top of the smoke. Oof, that's tricky.
Had he pressed closer to that smoke, which is what it looked like he wanted to do for half a second, maybe he could have caught that boost off guard, but instead that little hesitation and fallback finds himself on 44 health. Nealon trying to come over to help him, but Hex is just getting bombarded by utility. Nice delivery. Nonetheless, had a chance at a second kill, but Searson on the M4 pops 2 noggins. And Big are going to catch their breath real quick before they follow through into this A site. They'll have to deal with Cirque holding Jungle Cross. Buys a bit of time for Breeze to get closer towards Ticket, but Cirque burns all the way down to a measly 12 HP. And Rush has no vision whatsoever, but comes over top of the stairs with a double kill. Woo. Clean. Finally, we get EG with something. A man advantage here. 45 seconds left to finish. Breeze playing on default. Rush stuck on stairs, and the timing there works wonderfully for Breeze as he comes around the corner to give Rush that 3rd kill and EG's first round.
I mean, solid round by Rush, basically stop that attack completely, getting through the smoke on that timing. And then Breeze does the rest, sneaking into the side of default and getting a kill and a half for himself. So this is beautifully done. And again, with how simple and fast Big have been moving, I think it's catching EG off guard a tiny bit, but maybe now they'll change gears. Underclass play.
Quick one from Nealon. Gets tagged up by the grenade. But Crimbo can't throw that Molotov because of the smoke. Searson from M4 to AWP. Now Big are technically, you know, firing on all cylinders.
Want to get him out. Ooh, Big do not peek him from both sides of the box, so he's able to escape. And they're kind of curdled up here in front of connector. It's not a bad place to have 2 players. We're actually seeing more teams play 2 top connector, I think, than ever before, and a lot less on cat these days for some reason. But yeah, it's quite a quiet and standard map right now. So if Nealon is here and they don't molly him, yeah, then he has an opportunity as the smoke comes up to get the kill. And wow, he manages to escape. He's getting away with murder.
Yeah, skates right between the 2. Drop low, Breeze. Off top con, 2 clean headshots. Oh, how about 3 clean headshots and a potential for that 4th. Tapson? No, he's got other ideas. But as he comes up from that ramp, he doesn't catch Hex on top of Ticket. So Nealon kind of dodging danger between those Molotovs, and then a very crispy 3K from Breeze.
That's the Breeze we all remember. And I think, you know, a lot of people were calling for Breeze's head. You see a round like this, and you're like, all right, it's easy to call out problems, but what's the solution? How do you replace somebody like this? When he's playing well, of course, Breeze is one of the best North American players, period. So showing his value here. And a nice move by Nealon. I feel like he got away with a lot in that one, so we'll see if he can keep it going. But I like the energy, like looking for info, not playing blind, not asking his team to gamble, rotate around, and also hitting his shots.
So we got the highlight reel moment from Rush. We got one from Breeze. Next up should be Cirque. Bobbin gets out from ramp. He's carrying bomb right now, so it's at the forefront of this push from Big. Hex just got tagged by that sniper, down to 12 HP. Nealon still pushing out the damage, so making things a little awkward, and it's Cirque with first blood. That's one. Bobbin gets by with the bomb. Yeah, still on his back. Oh, insta headshot into Breeze, but now he's so far committed into jungle that it seems like a difficult task to get the hell out of there. So he just delivers that bomb straight to the feet of Rush, and poor Crimbo's 1v3 32 health seems incredibly unlikely.
That took some balls for Rush to just jump into the window like that. He knew exactly where Bobbin was, and that Bobbin was pretty unlikely to move, right? He had teammates in connector. It was kind of scary for him to exit, but he took the risk and made sure there was no play for him to go through the back murder hole, which was open, and into the B site.
I wonder what it was that just kind of magnetized Bobbin further and further through that jungle.
Just no one saw him. So when you pass by triple after sandwich, the last angle you have to worry about the guy on the A site, it's either the reverse of firebox or CT at that thin angle. Once he was there and the smoke is up on con, it's like you really don't even have a way to stay on the site, actually. It's important to get to a better spot. I think he would have rather not had the bomb.
For sure.
But it made sense in the moment.
Oh my god.
Wow. What a shot.
All right then, Tabson. Searson, wow, he's supposed to get chased down by Nealon, but then a Desert Eagle to the back of the dome, and Crimbo's got himself another sexy 1-dig. That's 2 in for Big, an uncomfortable 5 versus 3 out of nowhere. I mean, these Desert Eagles don't even have Kevlar, barring Bobbin.
Yeah, so this is actually still winnable, but now the Deagles are ever more comfortable.
And they're so deep through this A site, you know, trying to get back mid, and EG, they were chasing ghosts. They're looking for those fights in middle, but in reality, they've lost the entire half of that A side of the map. Rush finally gets something back for EG, but I mean, God, you must feel like you're surrounded by ghosts at this point. Players turning corners, dying from all directions. If he's able to clear Keto up close, he still has Murder Hold to deal with, plus the player back on ticket, so 3 players pinch in on Rush, and with 1 single armored Desert Eagle, we're talking big with a robbery in mid.
Yeah, those are some great shots. Started by taking out Cirque on the op, right? The top of connector here. It's a pretty insane one from Tabson, right on the money. And then they cover the refrag, so amazing shot from Crimbo. Nealon was like, all right, let's stop this problem before it starts. They know they just killed window. They're going to try to get in window. He could have taken another route and worked back towards window and stayed, but then they had to settle for the 5v4. He said, no, let's not deal with that. They just have pistols, but big or crispy. So 1 chance, 1 hit.
That's a soul-crushing round for EG.
It is.
Just as kind of things started to get going, right? You've got individuals playing well. You've got Big, you know, kind of getting that bomb stuck on Bobbin, so a little crack in the armor perhaps from Big, but I mean, that's a full reset.
Yeah.
Come in with a little curb purchase, so off on Cirque.
It's moments like that you regret kind of not, flashing for the second kill. Someone to flash from A over mid, but it's such a tight timing. Like if they do just try to rambunctiously get into the window, I'm like too late for that. And then the other option is go back to window and wait. But if he doesn't come, then I've just let him escape. So I could see a little impatience from Nealon. I think it's good to have at least one player like that, you know? Bring the Hampus, bring the art.
Killer instinct.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever part of the brain it is that senses danger, you just remove that.
Yes. The pineal gland, maybe?
I don't know, the amygdala?
Yeah.
Prefrontal cortex, perhaps?
Sure. That would be an important one to lose. I think that's where all the stuff that makes us human is, but being human is what makes us scared, and we need to deal with that.
Can't wait till we can choose what to turn off and on.
Yeah.
When's that software update coming?
Yeah, I'm tired of smelling your foot.
Okay, dude. Gangrene over here in the green room. Tabson just waiting on Catwalk for anything to happen, but no, Neelan's just going to play it patient. Cirque goes down, Hexts is next. And Keto, with those couple of kills, clears out that A site nicely. Rush moves over. Nothing to be found. So a 6th terrorist round win for Big already. Only 9 rounds deep, and they're right back in control of the situation. Little half buy doesn't work out for EG. What comes next?
Feels like Big are absolutely in control of the pace and kind of do what they want with it. Doesn't mean that they're going to win, but EG put himself in positions to be ready for that opening duel. Oh, okay, that's another duel. Actually, Cirque loses out in connector. This time, Searson's blind, still hits it. And they get window faster than ever.
Ooh, Breeze doesn't finish off that spray. Tabson comes around the cat corner, Rush playing a little angle, but that one's going to allow for them to walk along the wall.
Uh-oh, they're already through. They're flanking B now.
He hits that dink and just gets shredded by Searson. A chance at a lineup. Hext, he gets the one in the distance. Won't be able to finish the guy up close. And so yet again, Big just doing whatever the... Oh, hold on. We got a player behind him. Hello. Neelan deals with it. Incredibly low Keto. 16 health on Tabson. This is a winnable clutch. But with that push, that was supposed to be the end of him. Crimbo, he's the guy who had all the HP for this T-side, and then as he goes with that nade into the windowsill, he finds himself scoped up on and taken down.
Yeah, they're just, they're getting away with everything, so... Yeah, this is another duel, of course, an important one, and the flash comes out, so it hits Searson. He's only half blind, but he's already on the angle. That's the real problem. He's just going to shoot. I guess there's not really a better way for Cirque to play that apart from peeking it from some different angle. But, you know, they threw the utility. That is going to happen sometimes, but it, of course, has a big impact on the round as it moves forward, as we can see.
Desperation starting to sink in.
Yeah, maybe they should consider boosting ladder room at the beginning of the round, because then they cover window and ladder room, and Big have been using window against them so many times now. So even if it wasn't the game plan, I think you need to be malleable, you know, just in case if there's a style that you could use that you feel like is not wouldn't work for you in practice, maybe it's time to bring it back.
Following gun round, we'll keep an eye on it for now. It's just the 3 pistols left towards Ticket. The EG OGs in Cirque, Breeze, and Rush. No kit, but a smoke.
And then the other thing is that if players are getting to the bench, another play that we haven't seen yet that I feel like would be very good. So we saw Neelan push underpass to catch the B-ups.
Yes.
That's good. But sometimes jumping out of the window and putting a smoke in underpass and just holding your off angle towards connector, that's a really great way to catch someone doing any fast connector strats. These are 2 things that Big have done a lot that EG have not responded to, except for trying to have Cirque op connector. So there's options for them to try.
I'll go window. The start, you can play short.
I'll early flash, okay? You just hold it.
Okay, guys, let's focus up. 8-7.
So we sit with high hopes for a little variation, EG. Neelan heading towards mid already, but nobody there to boost him. So Breeze will come around from Catwalk instead. Neelan smoked out, immediately throws himself back towards connector. Maybe a little aggression towards A ramp by the looks of things, but Breeze getting caught towards ladder makes things very awkward.
A little sloppy in mid now. This is 3 rounds that they've just lost the opening duel to an op.
And Rush is going to have a lot to deal with here. Already 3 players down on him. Insta-kill, and another round where Big can just seemingly do no wrong.
Yeah.
Keto's not going to stop. Why would he? Tearing him up at the moment. Neelan blindsided. Bomb goes down in a 5v2 where there was never even a chance for the hold.
Yeah, and you can see that's just the whole side of the map, right? With Neelan inside of the window, there's no one else holding it down on Cat. Everybody and their grandmama knows how important that 5v4 is, but when we see how quickly it comes down, it doesn't feel like it should have an impact on the round, but immediately after Big get the kill, they do a strat that complements where they got that opening duel right away. So that's where the 5v4 does have a huge amount of impact.
Thing is too, right? You brought it up, boosting inside a window. You do that, it's not like Breeze was trying to fight off Catwalk. You're just trying to get through the doorway. Gets snipped on the way in.
Yes,
Boost,
exactly.
you're in that spot safely.
But yeah, here's the other thing. I mean, this could be smoked as well, right? Like the Furia style smoke on Cat. They could boost up on the signpost, and they can also sneak into ladder room. They can delay, I think, is the big thing. I mean, I feel like a huge priority right now should be try not to die in the first 30 seconds, and then see what Big want to try to do.
Big on fire with the economy going the way of Big. Multi-kills are just going to keep coming. Taps it. There it is. Sprays down the second. Breeze out of this one. That's the MP9s in the dirt. Pistols left over. And if Big just want to continue doing whatever the hell they damn well please, not going to be much to stop them. Rush will find a Deagle headshot. Make that a double with the Deagle. But then Keto right there to trade it back. And 10-3 in what feels like, what, 6 minutes?
I know. Super fast. Man, now the problems start to compound. It's facing a team that feels like they can't lose. They haven't really even gone that deep with it yet. Okay, Wolf will buy again. Lots of utility, op and play. They can do anything. I really think, you know, mid is where Big have just gone non-stop. So any kind of option towards here is going to be imperative.
Ooh, nice play, Crimbo.
Oh.
We've seen that smoke before from Nealon when he comes through underground.
Yeah.
This time Crimbo doesn't sit back where he wanted to Molotov it. He just barrel stuffs him point blank.
Yeah.
5 versus 4 again in the first 15 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a deflating way to die. So, see what they can do from here. Well, they do have ladder room presence this time around.
It's an edge.
But now it leans towards A, of course.
And that 5v4 even, you know, right out of the gate too. So, hold on to ladder all you want. Smoke blocks Hex from doing anything. Some desperate spams through, but Tabson slips off the pole.
Oh, they're so slimy. They've got across the site. Really not fought anybody on A. Everybody's rotated around them. Breeze finds one at least here.
Smokes to fade, trying to continue that fight versus Hex. How? What? Does Tabson turn that up into the window? Come on, man. It's Hex's big LAN. You can't do that to him right at the gate.
That's crazy.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is just so obvious for Crimbo. In the last round we saw, it's kind of been B defaulting like Axel does, throwing his HE grenade, just waiting for a fast push to come every single time. And here he sees this, like you mentioned, he sees the same smoke that he saw in the past rounds. Okay, what's the other way that he could play it? The funny part is he used the gimmick version of that smoke where you actually push through. Otherwise, it could have just signaled that he's spotting connector or standing at on the mid side of underpass, but he's never actually done that yet.
Hex pinned down by Ticket. Feels like Hex for the most of this half has just been pinned behind smokes or behind cover. Hiding out in jungle. Peeling back towards Ticket. Occasionally we get him inside of ramp, but it's never been enough. Not only from him, but just anybody else really, right? Big moment from Rush off of the staircase. Big moment for Breeze as well inside of this A site, but barring those two big 3Ks from those players, we get nothing really out of Evil Geniuses. A dominant German 12-3 half that EG can't keep up with.
All right, well, sat here with Katie and obviously gonna just have a nice little chat. We're gonna talk all things heroic and Counter-Strike. Okay, one thing I wanted to get into and talk to you about, because I know we have so many new viewers in Counter-Strike these days. I don't think everyone's fully aware of the entire legend of Cadian or story of Cadian. Because I don't know, like part of me, when I was thinking about your career, thinking about like this conversation was, you know, if you were in a Hollywood movie, you'd be like the hermit in the desert of like some post-apocalyptic world. Like you just weren't, for whatever reason, able to establish yourself in like tier 1 Danish Counter-Strike in the early days of CSGO. And just over your career, just going through the team list, just you've had to play with like you know, not the rejects, but like
Yeah.
the unwanted, I guess, which isn't much better, I guess. You even were like outcast into like North America, like the true wasteland for a while. You did like a year over there. So I mean, let's just kind of talk about those kind of early stages. 'Cause I don't think people fully realize like the sort of redemption arc and journey that you had to go on to get back to this level. It's taken a long time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I had a crazy uprise just when my career like started with the qualification for the very first major.
Yeah.
Then signed a contract with Mouse Sports. But the thing is, like, for two of the first teams that I played on, like Mouse Sports and SK, I definitely also compromised a lot with like my role. Right, I was always the IGL and the AWP. And in these two teams, like at Mouse, Chris J was the AWPer, and in SK, Freeze was the AWPer, right? And I thought to myself that I could easily play like a secondary AWP, and that my capabilities with the rifle would be good enough. I think nowadays I would definitely be able to do so in a much better way, but that's also because I'm way smarter at the game now than I was
You're
back
way more
then.
fleshed out as a
Yes,
player. Yeah.
yes. So like that definitely hurt like on the statistic base a bit, and you all know how it is, especially back then. Like young IGL, maybe too much confidence, maybe didn't have the exact way of introducing his philosophies and stuff like this,
Yeah.
and not playing his primary role. So his statistics were like 1 or 0.98 or whatever. Then you just get cut, and especially when.
Multi and bulk. Ooh, what a shot, cat.
Up here.
Once. Nice try, dude.
Two of them are low.
One HP.
Ich bin schon
gleich
gleich
Heli
aus.
kurz,
ja?
Ja, am CT. Der ist Window raus, der ist Küche.
Ich bin A-Haus. Der kann nicht
Ich hab
saven
Küche
eigentlich.
cross. Ich hab Küche cross. Durch! Einer P.
Ihr beide low.
Nice, ja, auch richtig, Mann, Alter. Das ist ein Schockgüter.
Knew that was a nice shot because it was a nice shot, and there were a lot of nice shots coming out of big across that first half. A 12-3 domination on the T side of Mirage here. Evil Geniuses calcifying into that 4th place in Group C. Only 4 rounds away from victory is big, and there is 0 signs of Keto slowing down, Tabson slowing down, 19 and 17 kills apiece. EG just can't keep up, but they will try their damnedest to break through into this B bomb site. Start it with a pistol win, and who knows what comes after, but
Wow,
that's
flashes.
a clean couple kills off those flashbangs.
Nice, nicely done from Rush right there. Both players in the site totally blind, and even had Crimbo eat the first one and just chill because he thinks he's good for the second one and gets blind again. So well played.
Util to kick it off. Tabson can't get out from the market. Searson and Keto, 2 versus 5 attempts. And they get cut down by Breeze and Nealon. So a little life left in EG, sure enough.
Yes. B side's going to be a little bit of a climb, but a nice strat right here. And there's that second flash. Crimbo does not know who killed him.
Nice, boys. We needed that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Rush with the blunt truth. And the only thing more soul-crushing would be to lose this follow-up, so you gotta be cautious. Anytime Searson's got a scout, Big have a chance.
Shout out to Keto for this 20 and 5 scoreline.
Poor Nealon. Pummeled down to 36 off nades.
Some of those nades as well were things I was wondering, like, we didn't see that in the first. I mean, Tabson was crossing boxes every round. We're not really stopping them in mid.
I don't even know if we ever saw 2 players push up cap from EG CT side.
They only did that pistol round, right, where Nealon went all the way on the flank, or the second round, something like that. But yeah, not that often.
So immediately on this defensive half, Big show a bit more pressure. And it's enough to get them out of there. Nealon, 4 HP. Quick exchange of smoke grenades with a molly in the middle. Hex stays back into the underground. So we're going to get EG grouping up outside of that A site. We got Keto in the bomb site, though. 20-5 Keto, who took his benching from Big, went back down onto the Academy League. Did okay down there. Has come back and destroyed so far this map.
Still got it.
Hanging on. Ready for those headshots, but he misses his chance. Hext and Rush with the entries. Comfortable A site opened up here for EG, so it looks like it's not just a pistol win, but a conversion right thereafter.
Yeah, very clean 1-2. Looked a little scary at first with Nealon eating all that utility damage at the beginning of the round, but he didn't die. And it doesn't... We'll see if anyone dies. Yes, the dualies get one. That's Hex dead in the underpass. One gun handed over. Just a Galil, though.
Might as well leave it on the ground.
Rather have the dualies.
Nice deke from Favin. I can't remember, was Favin also a big Omen Academy kid?
Yes.
Oh, he was too, right?
He was the caller.
Crimbo as well.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Crimbo was the caller.
Okay.
No, sorry, Favin came from Sprout.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Crimbo we're talking about.
Yeah.
Add that to the tally of Academy players here at the Blast Fall groups.
They're kind of both touted as the best up-and-coming German players that weren't on Big. So
Right.
Cool to see that they both got their chance. And talking about Tizian earlier, I think Tizian's value, I mean, it's kind of like a player's player, I guess. Like, he absolutely he knows so much of the utility. He throws so much utility for Big that I think that alone makes him really hard to think about replacing if you ever wanted to. Played for Big forever, right? I mean, through all their biggest wins and everything like that, Tizian was right there. And you could argue definitely that Keto, better individual. Hard to say, who moves rounds along faster, and of course, Keto was the first one out. But it doesn't seem unreasonable to try to have Keto in place of Tizian for that reason.
A shot from Searson inside of the ladder room. Hex gets close, deals with Tabson's dualies, and then just crawls right back through the underground once again. Freeze. He gets out from Palace, getting distracted by Keto. Searson not able to get into it until he decides to peek through fire, chop down Breeze, keep this one 3v3. Remember, Galil in the hands of Crimbo. Searson with 2 kills already. And Hex trying to come and join Rush and Cirque, who gets flashed around from Ticket. Favin goes in for a second servings. Cirque's down to 37. He's got to be careful now, pinned in this backside. Hex has to come in and alleviate some pressure, and he's got the utility to do it.
Yes, they both have utility, so they can score this plan if they want to, but right now, Cirque also has to cross back from Firebox, and he's being locked in by 2 players in CT.
They're dumping nades, but they're so much more concerned with Connector, with Jungle.
They have a molly for CT, but he gets across in the flash.
His legs are spotted. Little bit of damage there, but not enough to stop Plant. Now Crimbo moves forward. No kit on this play. Hext going deeper through Jungle and inside Sandwich. Cirque still stands on until Favin catches the trade frag. Little 1v1. Big moment here for Hext. Just got to finish this one off. 47 HP on Favin with a 10-second stick. Hext doesn't peek 5 seconds in. Walking up, he'll find it. Favin comes off with a chance for the shot, but Hex closes what EG definitely need.
Yeah, took his time with that one. And of course, he knew that there was enough time on the clock that it's really unlikely the stick comes through. But after that 5-second mark, no further sounds. Go ahead for the check. So really nicely played by Hext. And yeah, ends up working out. Of course, Favin's just hoping that Hex is in connector. That's why he's looking down on that far out, but doesn't work this time. A couple of good A attacks here from EG in the second half.
Up close, but Hex make sure to clear it. EG gonna lean back here. How proactive do Big want to get?
We'll refresh the smoke on a ramp.
Moments after Cirque comes up and peeks over. Nealon, there's the entry. Ooh, second. As Favin gets chopped down off catwalk. Keto not seen here by Rush. Crimbo extending out from Cat. That'll catch Nealon off guard, so no triple kill for him. And the door is ajar for Big to bring it back. Crimbo's got the timing here. They're not going to be able to get into the B site without him knowing.
Yes. Need to take a fast step where they could probably hear it.
Keto pushing ramp. They know what's up. Tabson's going to get here in time, so Crimbo and Tabson inside sight, 2 versus 3. Rush falls down first. Tabson's dead, but Crimbo's got it. Pistol in his hand, Cirque in the window, and just with that sidearm, he dinks him down to 19. Crimbo, a one-man army at the moment. Keto comes through. That flank connects. Breeze walking up close. Just deal with the pistol, and he can.
Oh my god.
Crimbo, hot stuff on that B-hold.
Yeah, talk to him, Crimbo. That's well done. I think they kind of forgot about him a little bit. I'm not sure if they thought he was way back there on Cat, or maybe they didn't hear the step because it was only 1. But they're also maybe a little bit distracted as Cirque got a kill on Tabs and thought that could have been him. Keto flank comes in, it's over. Cirque doesn't get the refrag from the window as well. That was a big chance. And that's after the Nealon 2K inside of middle. I think no excuse for the rest of this team. They just have to trade. It is answered back in mid, so it's more. It feels like it was more of a 4v3 at any one point than a 5v3, but
all shut down here on this one. Spray up close, Big. That one's just a technicality through pistols. Damn. You know, bringing it back to the Searson conversation quickly too, or excuse me, the Tizian. I do like that, you know, we also know that he's been kept on by Big. I really appreciate the fact that Big, who have been, you know, very committed to this project of bringing back German Counter-Strike, have just accumulated all the pieces. Like you said, Crimbo, Favin touted as the 2 players outside Big to be the best from Germany. Well, now they've got them as well, and they're not going to let Tizian go help anybody else. He is still, from, you know, in one degree or another, a part of this project. With enough pieces, Big just gets better and better. Right now we got 2 pieces pinned under Palace. One of them goes down in Searson, and that opens up the back of Keto. So another chance here for EG.
that was an interesting setup by Big. Yop under Balk. Did Searson get flashed off the A ramp? I'm not exactly sure, but look who's here to cover them. Tabson, a 2K. Unanswered, and he's still open.
Siphons it all right back into Big's favor. Hex yet again will get a chance to get up towards jungle. Important round for him, but 48 health.
Wow.
Never even sees it coming, and Big just more and more winning rounds.
Damn. Maybe this game won't be so close.
I'm starting to get a feeling it won't.
I've been saving myself for the comeback.
You always gotta wait.
I think it has been a very teachable map, if anything. But that's another part of it that kind of sours it a little bit, you know, having Rush in. It's not that they all can't learn with Rush, but now they've kind of like got to learn with Rush and then transfer that over to Tim when Tim comes back, inevitably. But he hasn't actually played this match with them.
It's just something else that's going to stall out the inevitable Evil Geniuses formula. Everybody else, you know, prepared off a couple weeks of practice for this start of the season, and Evil Genius is getting left in the dust already, even before they jumped in the server. Tough stuff, but this one's going to go down nice and easy for Big, setting up the rematch versus Heroic. A tight game to start the day in that head-to-head. And opponents that they know oh so well. Cirque and Rush. Galils in a 2v5. And, you know, silver linings. It's not elimination for Evil Geniuses. They're not getting sent down to the showdown just yet, but it will be that 4th spot in this group, which I think coming into it is what everybody's expecting, regardless maybe of stand-ins or not. Oof. Come on, dude. That's how we're going to do it, Big. Send him home with a whimper. Deagle to the face inside connector, and Big make very quick work of Evil Geniuses, which is exactly what you want to see for Big to set up that game versus Heroic. There's not just been one team, but 2 teams who have run it back from an opening loss to topping the group. And today, Big will try that exact same journey. Started off with an easy first one, but still 2 steps to go. Evil Geniuses will have to wait to see more from them. But for now, we pass this down to James, who's standing by with Big.
Tabson, that was a pretty good game that maybe EG would have had a chance to get into it, but was it as easy as it looked at the beginning? The first half was pretty spectacular.
It was not easy, of course. Like, we gave it our best. We wanted to win the second game because the first game was pretty close, I would say. And yeah, fortunately it went our way this time. We played pretty decent Counter, I would say, yeah.
You must have been happy though to get Mirage, right? Because that's just been a staple for you guys, that and Dust 2 the whole way through.
100%, yeah. We were very happy with Mirage.
Now though, this is the important one. That heroic game was so close. There was a lot of back and forth rounds in it. Could have gone either way. Now you get the rematch against them. How are you feeling? Got a smile on his face.
Yeah, waiting for the revenge for sure. I'm looking forward to the game, of course.
And do you think it'll be close again? Do you feel like you can give them a run back on that?
100%. I think this time maybe we will have some more luck, I would say. Then we will definitely definitely beat them, but it will be a close game and again I would say a dirty game.
A dirty game, okay. We do like those ones as well. But do you feel like now with a couple of games under your belt, you know, that you guys have settled back in, do you feel like you're there?
I think we are getting there slowly, but yeah, playing more games definitely is maybe an advantage maybe. But we will see how we go into the game and hopefully, yeah, we will make it.
I look forward to seeing it, Tabson. Thank you very much.
Buttery smooth from Big, making it look relatively easy over the North American name. Unfortunately for the NA squad, they will be falling dead last in this group. Not elimination, I just want to reiterate that once again, but the seeding going into next week's gauntlet, not looking too easy for the side of EG, Matthew.
No, it won't look easy. It won't be easy at all. And also, if you judge the Counter-Strike they've played today, unfortunately, I struggle to imagine them taking it a step forward into the gauntlet. They were surpassed. They were overcome today by Big. We could see just on a pound-for-pound scale, Kido had a game of his life. He had a good moment. Tabsa had a good moment. EG didn't have the weapon to fight against Big.
The problem for me is not necessarily EG finishing last in this group. I think that was somewhat to be expected. It's the fact that we're now seeing all 12 teams play in this tournament, and EG is the only team not to show any competitiveness whatsoever. Today, they couldn't get anything done. Sure, it's a hard group. Sure, going up against Big is a tougher position. Going up against FaZe, best team in the world, is not going to be easy for EG. But at no point today did I look at the game and thought to myself, okay, with a bit more luck, with a bit more practice, with a bit more time, you guys can be competitive in this format. Unfortunately for EG, it fell very, very flat.
And that's the thing. I feel like we came in with a lot of questions. You know, this new look squad, so new names coming into the fray as well. But the fact that we didn't really get too many answers of just exactly how they're synergizing together, how exactly, you know, this wider EG project is going to be working. We kind of alluded to it. They've got a hell of a lot of players on the roster they can be switching in and out. I just don't feel satisfied with any of the information we got from them.
I just think compared to where the project is right now at its infancy, right, I think it's too hard too quickly for EG. As simple as it is. You catapult them here at Blast against the best teams in the world. We have Neelan coming in as a new IGL who's going to try to explain his philosophy, to spread his philosophy in the team. We have Hext, which apparently is one of these newcomers, going to take time to blossom just a little bit. It's just too